Well, good morning. If you're joining me live, hello, hi. If you're joining me on the replay, also, hi. So we'll do a practice today that honors the winter solstice, so the return to light. Um, so if you are not already on your yoga mat, go ahead and make your way over to your mat, and we'll do just a little bit of move or a little bit of reclined work before we come into some gentle sun salutations. So go ahead and come down onto your back. All right, so as you come onto your back, just take a moment to notice how your body feels today, whether you are joining me in the morning where I'm at, it's about 7 a.m., or maybe you're watching the replay and it's a different time of day for you. So take note of how your body feels in this moment on this particular day. Just begin to deepen your breath so that each inhale and exhale are a little bit longer, a little bit deeper than the last. All right, now take the right knee in toward the chest. Just give it a gentle squeeze. Move it a bit from side to side. And start to rotate through your right ankle. Let the toes move a bit, spread apart, wiggle, scrunch up. Rotate both ways with that right ankle. And then shift the rotation down into your right hip. So just let your arms release to the floor. And then the right knee draws a big circle in space as you start to rotate through your hip. Right, and then change directions. All right, now the next time that your right knee comes in toward your chest, go ahead and catch it again. Pick your head up. Bring your forehead toward your knee. And then release your head to the floor. Take this right knee over toward the floor on the left. And so as you roll fully onto your left hip, now your right knee might touch the floor. You might wish to put a block or something soft underneath it for a little bit of support. And then we'll stack the arms so that your right hand is on top of your left hand. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, send your right arm up and over toward your right. Do that a couple of times. As you inhale, guide the arms back together. As you exhale, twist. And one more time, breathing in. And breathing out. Now, as you pause in this twist, you might wish to let your left hand catch that right knee. You might keep your left arm extended out. Take a moment to let the head sway a bit from side to side, checking in with your neck. And then as you come into relative stillness in this rotation, again, check in with your body, check in with your breath. What are you aware of right now? What sensations are present? All right, after you release your next breath, let that right knee come back to center as you roll onto your back. Keep the right knee bent, but let it drop out to the side. And just pause, letting your right leg drop heavy in the opposite direction. All right, let both knees bend, walk your feet in. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Bring the legs into the chest, reach through for that left leg and rock a bit from side to side. Take 3 breaths in and out through the nose. And then after your 3rd breath, release your feet down to the floor. Let that right leg straighten along the mat. Take your left knee into your chest. Give it a squeeze. Start to move the left knee a bit from side to side. Start to rotate through your left ankle, letting your toes wiggle and spread apart and scrunch up. Feeling some movement in all the joints of the ankle and foot. And now as you move the rotation up into your hip, release your arms to rest on the floor. And start to draw a big circle with your left knee. A couple of times in one direction. And a couple of times the opposite way. All right, and then the next time that your left knee comes into your chest, go ahead and catch it, pick your head up, bring your forehead toward your knee. And then as you release your head down to the floor, now take your left knee over toward the floor on the right. Rolling fully onto your right side, stack your arms, left palm on top, take a breath in. And exhale as you twist. Send your left arm up and over to the left. And again, inhale, arms come back together. Exhale, over to the left. And one more time, breathing in. And breathing out. And as you make this twist as comfortable as possible, you might decide to let your right hand rest on your left knee. You might decide to put a block underneath your left knee or another prop of some type that helps your knee rest into a surface. Gently sway the head, side to side. And check back in with your body, as well as the sensations of breath. All right, now as you start to guide your left knee back to center, keep the knee bent, rolling fully onto your back. Drop your bent left knee out to the side, and just simply pause, letting that leg drop heavy in the opposite direction. All right, and then let both knees bend, walk your feet in, cross your left ankle over your right thigh, bring the legs in toward the chest, reaching through for your right leg, rock a little bit from side to side. And then we'll take 3 deep breaths in and out through the nose. All right, after your third breath, go ahead and release your feet down to the floor. And now roll to one side, press yourself up and onto hands and knees. As you come to hands and knees, take your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. And then from this position, as you inhale, let the belly drop, lifting your head and your tailbone. As you exhale, tuck the tail, round the back, bring your chin toward your chest. And inhale as the belly drops, lift your head and tail. And exhale as you tuck and round. And then one more like that, breathing in. And breathing out. As you come to neutral with your torso, tuck your toes under, lift your knees, slowly take your hips up and back as we come into our first downward facing dog. Start to check in with the connection that the various parts of your body make with the sticky mat. So noticing and feeling how much of each foot is making contact with the sticky mat, as well as how much of each hand. And in particular with the hands, it's nice to distribute the weight down the fingers as well. And just see if you can notice the sensation shift all the way up your arms when you press into your fingers, more so than just dropping the weight in the base of your hand. Take another breath. All right, let your knees bend. Walk your hands and feet toward each other. As you come into your forward fold, start with your knees bent, your torso resting on or between your thighs. Release the weight of your head, and then just gently shake the head, yes and no. All right, walk your hands the rest of the way up your legs as you rise to stand. We'll begin a gentle variation on sun salutations and do about half a dozen of these or so. So come to the top of your mat. Again, feeling the placement of your feet, the distribution of weight. Notice what you feel all the way up your legs. Maybe you can sense sensation up into your knees, your thighs, your hips. Keep sending the attention upwards to the crown of the head, while maintaining awareness and connection to the soles of your feet. Guide the palms together in front of your heart. Take a breath in, reach up. As you breathe out, bend your knees, fold over your legs, release the hands toward the floor. Inhale, rise to stand, reach the arms out and up. Exhale your hands to your heart. So palms are touching. We'll do that a few times. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees. Inhale, rise up. Reach up. Join your palms. Exhale, hands to the heart. All right, one more like that. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in, all the way up, reach up. And breathing out, hands to heart. All right, we'll add a few more poses. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. This time, inhale halfway up, hands to shins. Lift your torso. Exhale, fold forward again, and step your left foot back into a lunge. Drop your knee. All right, now inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Right foot back. Tuck your toes. Lift up to downward dog. Inhale forward into plank pose, shoulders over wrists. Exhale back to downward dog. All right, inhale, release to your knees and step your right foot forward again, back into your lunge. Reach up. Now exhale, hands to the floor, step your left foot forward, back into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins, lift your torso. Exhale and fold. Inhale, reach all the way up, rise to stand, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. All right, so we'll repeat on the left side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway up. Hands to shins. Lift your torso. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Step your right foot back. Drop the right knee. Reach your arms up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Left leg back. Tuck your toes. Lift up to downward dog. Breathing in, shift forward into plank pose. Breathing out, shift back, downward dog. All right, release down to your knees. Again, left foot forward to that left hand. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step your right foot forward into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway up, hands to shins. Exhale and fold. Inhale all the way up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. All right, back to the right side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway up, hands to shins. Exhale, fold. Left foot back, left knee down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the floor, left leg back. Tuck your toes, downward dog, hips up. Inhale, shift forward into plank pose. Shoulders over wrists, belly strong, legs engaged. Exhale back to downward dog. All right, release to your knees. Left foot forward, or right foot forward rather. Reach up, inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor. Now left foot forward. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Lift your torso. Hands to shins. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Reach your arms up. Join your palms. Exhale, hands to heart. All right, now last time for the left side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Step the right foot back, right knee down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the floor, left leg back. Tuck your toes, lift up, downward dog. Inhale forward into plank pose. Exhale, shift back. All right, release to your knees. Left foot forward. Again, find that lunge. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Right foot steps forward. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Hands to shins. Exhale and fold. Now inhale to stand or reach your arms up. Join the palms above your head. And exhale, hands to your heart. Again, release your arms, coming back into awareness of the soles of the feet, the crown of the head, and all of the space in between. All right, so we'll practice a couple of breathing practices from this standing position. We'll repeat one that we did last week, I believe it was. Breath of joy, where you're taking 3 breaths in through your nose and then 1 breath out through your mouth. So with those 3 breaths, it's basically chopping your inhale into 3 parts. So the first part, you'll take your arms forward, breathing in about 1/3 of your capacity. And then second part, take your arms out. Third, arms come up. Then as you exhale, you'll bend your knees, sweep your arms back. All right, so 1 round of it looks like this. All right. So we'll do just about 15 or 20 breaths in this way. I never count. We'll just see how many it is. All right, so make sure that your feet are a comfortable distance apart. So it might be hip distance, it might be a tad wider, just depending on how you feel comfortable and steady. Have some buoyancy in your knees, and let's begin. Last one. Now go ahead and stay about halfway folded forward. Forearms resting on your thighs with your knees a little bit bent. Giving yourself a few moments here for the energy to settle. All right, and then gradually rise back to stand. Step towards the top of the mat once again and make our way toward the floor. Guide your palms together in front of the heart. Take a breath in as you reach up. Breathing out as you fold forward, let your knees bend. Step back into downward dog. This time from downward facing dog, release to your knees. Untuck your toes and sit back towards your heels. Now you might keep your knees close together. You might separate your knees quite a bit. And stay up high on your elbows if that's more comfortable, or drop your head toward the floor. All right, as you take a few rounds of breath here, again, guide the attention inside the body. So each time we step on the mat to practice, sometimes we're more focused than others. So just notice where your attention is at in this moment. Is it on sensation? Is it on a particular thought or emotion? But just be present with whatever is happening inside you at this moment. All right, after your next round of breath, go ahead and lift your torso up and then transition onto your back. You'll notice that I'm coming to seated, but you go ahead and come onto your back just for a couple minutes here. Give yourself just a few minutes to rest after this little bit of movement that we've done so far. And as you come to rest on your back, maybe you put a bolster or rolled up blanket underneath your knees if you want a little bit of support for your low back. So when you support underneath your knees, it bends your knees, of course, so that one of the muscles that kind of connects to your low back is able to relax a little bit more. So without going too much into that, support under your knees if you'd like low back support. And then just allow your eyes to close. With your next inhalation, breathe in to the count of 3. Briefly hold your breath and then exhale to the count of 6. Again, inhale to 3. Briefly hold your breath. And exhale to 6. Again, breathing into 3. Briefly hold your breath. And exhale to 6. Now take just a few more rounds of breath in this same way. Last round of breath. Now after that long exhale, slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Gently sway your head from side to side. And then take both of your knees in toward your chest and rock a little bit from side to side. And then roll to rest on your right side. And just pause there for a breath or two, just resting on your side. And then when you become ready, press yourself up back into your seated position. All right, so as we join together again in seated, we'll guide our palms together in front of the heart. And as we bow to the light within ourselves, we also bow to the light within each other. Thank you. Thanks again for being present, whether you are live with me or whether you are watching the replay at some point later on today or another day. The Next live, I believe, will be next week. Probably Thursday or Friday. I haven't decided which, but it will be posted. See you again next time. Bye-bye.